This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Well, Akademiks really messed up with this one, and I compiled just a bunch of people's responses as you get like, we had Russell Simmons, him and Akademiks went back and forth, but Akademiks started bringing up the fact that he had these charges and allegations against him, and he's hiding out outside of the states to not face those. But I'm going to tell you that Akademiks messed up on this, because if you're calling old school, as you say in quotations, rappers dusty, there would be no hip hop, no rap, nothing to make money on if these people didn't exist before. You'd be you'd be utilizing that college degree you got instead of doing something you love right now. And you know, you got Mysonne that reacted. Mysonne and him have had their problems. I thought they deaded their issues, but I guess they didn't. Then you got Fat Joe reacted, and you know, Fat Joe really said, you know, I came from the Mecca. He was part of like digging the crates and all that stuff. So it's like Fat Joe really has been around forever. Same with LL that responded and gave a great response to, yeah, you got to respect people that came before you, because like not everything's going to be so lucrative in the beginning, you know. Hip hop wasn't lucrative until corporations started getting involved and seeing value that they can tap into that audience. You know, when you get like Coke and everybody wanting to sponsor things like Amazon and YouTube, they wouldn't be running any ads on any of these videos you're doing if these corporations didn't see value in that. If they want to, they select where they want to have their ads. You know, this kind of content. The music wouldn't be there for rap. It wouldn't be there. Like rap didn't really become commercially popular until the 90s, like super commercial, and then it got more and more and more to now where it's like at the Super Bowl, you know, everything. You know, I think up until early 2000s, right, let's be honest, like even NBA games were playing a lot of the old tunes, like, you know, you're ready for this, dun, 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 like dance music. Now that's all hip-hop. It's all hip-hop, you know. Hip-hop took over, but it takes decades for something to become solidified, because they always thought hip-hop was going to be a fad. I remember that growing up, like, oh, it's just a fad, it's going to go away. It didn't. It took over. Okay, you don't even hear about alternative rock anymore or anything else. So these are people's like responses. You got Mysonne, MC Shan, who is a legend, okay, and one of the early pioneers. And you got like LL, early pioneer too, and people came before him, you know, Grandmaster Flash and everybody, and MC, you know, Melly Mel, but you know, so many people, man. You know, it's like Red Alert with an early DJ, you know. So you got to pay respect. You always got to tip your hat to these people, because they did it out of love. It wasn't a multi-million-dollar career in the 70s and 80s at all, you know. It didn't become that till later. If you hung around and were able to go through those, you got paid. LL Cool J started getting like really paid in the late 90s, you know, early 2000s, and then he moved into TV. It's a great stepping stone. Anyways, let's get into these reactions.
There's people who paved the way and pioneered this hip hop game. This music, this culture is art. It should never be based off of who's richer than who. It's art. It is what it is. It's hip hop music. It's hip hop culture. I've never felt racism in hip hop culture. We always embraced everybody like family, no matter what race they are, if they were true to the culture. Not crosstown, not uptown, I, Fat Joe, grew up as a kid where hip-hop was born. When you go to Saudi Arabia, you see Mecca, where everybody, LL Cool J, took the position, the high road, to say this and this and that. Akademiks is simply a reflection of how the youth really feel. Something I've told you 1,000,000 times. Respect the bag. They only respect the bag. You none of you would have a job if it wasn't for these people paving the way.
Comment that he made constantly says things that is degrading of the culture, ignorant, you know, and he really adds nothing to the culture. You know, he does nothing but gossip, instigate, cause more confusion, you know, base success of anybody by numbers and money, because that's what his character is, right? His stature is only based off the numbers that he has, the amount of views that he has, the amount of money he has, because some people are so poor that all they have is money, right? So when you meet those type of individuals, they try to push that narrative because it validates who they are. They are bloodsuckers, they are bottom feeders, they're scavengers. And DJ Akademiks has proven to be a scavenger. Time after time, he utilizes his voice and his platform to disrespect, right? Because it garnishes some type of attention. He will do and say anything for attention, which would actually generate him some level of income. And people feed into it. People think that's some level of success. And to me, that's not what I call success. I don't call that success. I don't call utilizing your voice to cause disruption and confusion and tragedy and cause harm and instigate any level of success. As you did, you do your thing, LL, Legend, Melly Mel, all of the forefathers. What we should be doing is starting funds to make sure that the forefathers who started hip hop are rich, that they look successful, that they have things because they paved the way for us.
L won't mention your motherfucking name. F you Akademiks. I look dusty because I want to look dusty, you bitch ass. My shit is all f***ed up because I wanted to look that. You see the shit that I do, motherfucker. I go out on boat, do all that shit, all these buses, all that shit. How the f*** you gonna say, oh, niggas is dusty? And I'm just going on fucking hearsay. I didn't even hear the whole fucking story. But I dare you to look me in my fucking face, you and tell me Shizzle is dusty because he's an old school. You do what the f you gotta do. Shizzle gonna be dusty. Why? Because I work every fucking day in my own company, you stupid bitch. Oh, but why you working? Because that's what real do. But I don't work for another nigga. You see me sitting here drinking my whistles, right? You motherfucker. And then I'ma decide to go to work when I want to. Dusty and all, you dusty motherfucker. You shut the fuck up. One time for your mind, two times for your soul. It's your man Shizzle. To my folks, y'all gotta excuse me for that outburst. But I mean every word I said, man. You just one of those motherfuckers that fell into the trap of the shit that the oppressors have put in our head. You don't give your predecessors that came before you. If it wasn't for us, nigga, you wouldn't have a job. All you niggas that fucking rhyming now that don't want to give old school niggas they props like, what have you done for me? Nigga, we motherfucking made you, my nigga.
It came to my attention that a DJ, and I'm not going to say any names because I don't think it's necessary. A DJ basically said that, you know, a lot of the pioneers in hip hop are, you know, they're dusty, or how can they be the person that, you know, invented hip hop if, you know, they don't have a lot of money. Or if they don't look or represent like they have a lot of dough, right? Let me explain something to you and say this for you guys. Don't confuse someone's ability to develop a business model. Don't conflate. In other words, don't think just because somebody knows how to get money or fails to get money that they didn't make a contribution to the culture. No one discusses Miles Davis's bank account. We don't talk about John Coltrane's bank account. We don't talk about a lot of even rock musicians, a lot of them. We don't talk about their bank accounts. A lot of great country artists, we don't talk about their bank accounts. This idea that you have to have money or else you don't have any value is a bad idea, and it's kind of like, it's a misinformed way of looking at the world and the culture. There are artists out here. First of all, let me say this. First of all, you know, like, let's talk about like young artists, right? Who I love. I love the young artists. Let's be clear. I'm very much a guy who embraces the young artists. I believe in every generation. I believe in you. I care about you. Let me say this to you though. Today, you could come up with your 5-year plan, your 10-year plan, your 20-year plan. You can go find a manager. You can find an accountant. You could find somebody that means something to you, you know, to help you. You can find a team to help your career go to the next level. When hip hop first started, there were no managers. There were no accountants that believed in it. Record companies didn't even believe in it. Nobody believed in it. How can you make a 5-year plan or a 10-year plan on something that doesn't even exist yet, that people have never even heard of? So just because a couple of these guys and girls and people out here made songs and made music and made contributions to this culture, or even dancers danced and made these contributions to culture, just because they didn't get rich, just because they weren't able to pile up millions or billions of dollars, does not mean that they didn't make a contribution to this culture. That does not mean that they didn't do something. They created an industry that we all ate off of. They created an industry that you eat off of. When you go out there and you go monetize your brand, when you go monetize your brand, when you go get your whatever and do what you got to do to build your career, when you go out there and negotiate your deals and negotiate your checks and talk tough, guess what? That money, that bread, that food that you eating was created by those same people that you disrespected. That industry was created by them same people that you call in, you know, foul words, foul language. The people that you're referring to. So my thing is this. It's always good. It's always good to get money. It's always important. It's important. It's important to get money. I agree. I'm all about getting paper. I've been talking about it my whole career. But don't ever, ever, ever confuse being rich with making a contribution to our culture. Don't ever play yourself like that again. Because trust me, you playing yourself. Because without these dudes and these girls who started this hip hop culture, a lot of the guys that's out there talking tough, you wouldn't even have a career. We'd be on the corner with a beer, talking about what's the next move we gonna make. So I would say, approach this game with humility and be glad and be thankful that these pioneers, you know, exactly, slave mentality. Be glad that these pioneers help create this culture. And let's show them love. Let's elevate them. Let's celebrate them.
So yeah, that's everybody's take on everything, and they had great takes. You got to pay homage to those people, because there would be no you without these people that came before you. Always got to tip your hat to those people, okay? Seriously, Akademiks really messed up, even trying to respond to this kind of stuff. He was wrong, super wrong. I love Akademiks content, but sometimes it goes too far, you know? He's on guard a lot because a lot of people wanted to tear him down in the beginning. And you got to he has that Russ syndrome where, like, people don't want to let you in the doors. I had so much trouble getting in the game, you know? But the people don't want to let you in. You just can't accept. With me, no always meant try again. It didn't mean no, you know? Until you always got to keep going in until you get a chance. Akademiks holds those grudges, and so does Russ. Certain people just hold grudges instead of letting go and being thankful that they're in now, and recognizing that it's hard to get in, you know? You can acknowledge that, but some people have gripes and anger, you know? So you got to let that go. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Peace.